Thank you for joining me today to talk about my company. DCPC is an early emergent entertainment company in Lakeland, Florida, that is currently in production of an animated series for tweens, with an anticipated 3 seasons. The first season is tentatively scheduled for release in summer of 2025. Some people are asking why the world needs this new DCPC company. Tween girls between the ages of 9 to 15 who want Christian entertainment often find a lot of today's cartoons offensive to their worldview. Even Disney has a new show where a teenager has a one-night stand with Satan and gets pregnant with his baby. There are tons of stuff for adults and little kids, but not for this age group. The only cartoons they have for this age group is animated Bible stories, not just pure entertainment. I am pouring myself all into this because all my life I have made art and told stories. I'm making this as a ministry for Christianity. I started college immediately when my pastor asked, "What are you going to do to advance God's kingdom?" I said, "I can write and draw. I can be happy making cartoons." I have an associate's in creative writing, a bachelor's in animation, and a master's in entrepreneurship. The gap in the market for Christian entertainment is big enough that there's certainly tons of people working on it. I'm going to college to make a Christian cartoon company here in Lakeland, Florida. My solution to providing Christian entertainment to tween girls who want Christian entertainment is my company, DCPC, a Christian entertainment company that designs and develops Christian-branded characters and products to help children. These products include cartoons, videos, board games, clothes, and merchandise. Whatever tween girls want to buy from us. Parents love seeing their kids watching wholesome content, and kids love being entertained. That's a good definition for my production. Fruitsy Girls. What's it all about? Fruitsy Girls are an all-new rock star guardian angels in training. They help other story characters with real-world problems. It's an animated television series that helps tween children enjoy seeing how characters use their virtues to navigate through the world. It's Sunday school morality in a Saturday morning cartoon for tweens. Inside Out meets Sky High. The Fruitsy Girls are 9 high school rock star guardian angels in training who live in the clouds. They go to public high school on Earth where they meet people who might be having a personal crisis. There, they help them make good choices. I have this list of legal issues all up to date, except for liability coverage and IPP. These are ongoing issues, and my company will stay on top of it. I had the pre-consultation meeting with a highly ethical, well-organized, and experienced entertainment attorney who is bar certified in Florida, where my company does business. I plan to hire her on retainer as the legal consultant to this company because I trust her. As an entrepreneur startup and small home studio, I'm directing my efforts towards early adopters, donors, and collaborators in order to spread product awareness. Millennials grew up watching cartoons. Most millennials still watch cartoons, but this is for their children. Gen Z and Gen Alpha watch more TikTok, talking heads, rather than binge watching an animated TV series. That's why we included cartoons, video games, board games, clothes, and merchandise. They want the whole experience if they're going to watch the show. Right now, we're conducting research to determine the amount of families interested in Christian entertainment for girls ages 8 to 14, their prominent tastes in aesthetics and genre, and any other information relevant to marketing Christian entertainment to children ages 8 to 15 with Christian millennial parents. There is competition. They are focused on little kids and adults, and not my age group. Like Yippee TV, where the parents say, I feel good knowing they're not going to show my children something scary or something that conflicts with my worldview. While that's appropriate for little kids, but not for older kids and tweens. And there are a lot of family feel-good dramas that are not very exciting, and they are more appealing to adults or to very mature kids. But this age group is mostly getting animated Bible stories instead of Christian movies. And that's all good. But Christian entertainment doesn't do that to any other age group. Only this age group is expected to watch animated Bible stories, while the other age groups get Christian-based entertainment, and not a history lesson, which can come off to this age group as just more homework. The young kids and adults get thematically Christian stories in modern genres. I'm ready to do that for the older kids and younger teens. My indirect competition are some of the large Hollywood studios, such as Sony, which has Affirm Films, and Lionsgate has Kingdom Story Company. There's a rather large Christian studio now called Angel Studios. They are making a blockbuster theatrical cartoon called David, which they are crowdfunding. My show is not meant to be a theatrical blockbuster, but direct to streaming and lots of content for binge watching. Another very good Christian theatrical release recently was the comedy called Family Camp by the Skit Guys. The shows that are more direct competition with me would be from Angel Studios, The Tuttle Twins, which is more like homeschooled edutainment, and CBN's Superbook Reboot, which animated Bible stories, but with a creative twist. And Focus on the Family's Adventures in Odyssey, which I grew up listening to and is still going strong. I use a minimum viable product website as a landing page with some of my earliest drawings from the cartoon series that's currently in production for growing an email list where anyone who wants to contribute to producing this cartoon series can check out my art store. For an $80 donation, I will give them a coffee cup. For a $100 donation, I will gift them a poster. For a $200 donation, I will gift them a hoodie. I am using the language of donations rather than sales and seeking donors rather than investors. It's industry standard in faith-based entertainment, although there's nothing stopping a deal with investors from being on the table. My website and landing page is part of an integrated strategy with Patreon, Kickstarter, and other such crowdfunding sites. I have an intern scheduled to start running a social media campaign with the same pictures on Instagram. There is also a blog where they can leave public comments. There is also a journal of my college business degree so they can see my thinking behind this project. They can vote with their dollar and buy my merch to support my project, or just watch this project develop if they'd like. I used to love watching behind the making of style documentaries. My fixed costs are $534 a month and $614 a year, with a non-recurring cost of $4,500 to copyright my character IP, which is $11,500. These are the startup costs for the first phase, which is digital asset creation and startup costs, such as registration. Phase 1 is out of my own pocket. For Phase 2, I plan to start raising funds using Patreon and Kickstarter and other crowdfunding campaigns. I have a print-on-demand website to gift merchandise in exchange for donations. If crowdfunding doesn't work, then I keep driving the school bus and do my cartoons as a very expensive hobby. Financials. 250 million out of the 331 million people in America identify as Christians. The creator of VeggieTales said that 1/3 of America owns one or more VeggieTale DVDs from 1993 to 2004. I believe that 10 million viewers will pay $15 or more per season for 3 seasons of Fruitsy Girls. It might take 5 years to make, 10 years to sell, and the sales come in slowly over 15 more years on top of that. That's only 4% of American Christians, making the cheapest impulse buy of my largest project. So I consider this a very conservative estimate of what I'm expecting to happen. But this is not going to happen in the first year. My goal is $100,000 in fundraising from the merchandise sales on my website to fund the voice actors for the cartoon series. I plan to hire local teenagers as voice actors. I'm funding through donations, so there is no way to prophesy how long this will take. That first goal might be doable in the first year or two. It might take another 3 years to make the series. It's tentatively a 5-year plan. Thank you for listening. Are there any questions?